good, Commanders fans? The Commanders play the Rams on Sunday at 4:05. Like I said in my last video, I'm not doing keys to victory anymore. I'm just doing keys to development and what I want to see. Of course, we're going to go over the injury report, and then I'll give my prediction. But I did want to quickly talk about the Commanders releasing Danny Johnson. He is on waivers. I'm not sure if I don't think he got picked up by anybody yet, but it was kind of a random release. It doesn't really change anything at all, honestly. It's not going to make us win any games or lose any games or affect anything at all. And then also, Jamin Davis going to injury reserve. I already made a video about that. And now Brian Robinson is not going to play on Sunday against the Rams. Same thing with James Smith-Williams. Now, Danny Johnson, I liked him while he was here. I thought he was a good, solid depth piece. He played slot. He played outside. There were times when the male force just wasn't ready this year, and he had to step in and play. He's made some solid plays over the years that he's been here. He was a punt returner at one time. So he's been a jack of all trades, special teams guy. He's done a lot of good things for the roster. Just a lot of good, solid things. He's just a constant professional for the Commanders. So I do wish him the best. Whatever team he goes to, I wish him the best. Now, they did claim Caillou Blue Kelly, who was on the Ravens. He was on a bunch. He was drafted by the Ravens in the 5th round. He went to Stanford as a cornerback. 36-inch vertical jump, 4.5 40-yard dash as well. 6 feet, 191 pounds. Looking at some of his college numbers here, just pulling it up real quick. He had 2 interceptions at Stanford in 2021 and a pick 6. 2022, he had 0 interceptions, but he had 6 pass deflections. He had 11 pass deflections his junior season. He had 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble recovery as well. So that was his most productive making plays, impactful plays, was his junior season, 2021, 2022. He had 35 tackles, 6 pass deflections, and 1 fumble recovery as well. But he's been around the league already. He was drafted by the Ravens, then waived. Then he was on the Seahawks for a little bit, claimed off waivers by the Seahawks. Then he was waived on November 11th. Then the Packers claimed him off waivers, and then he was released on December 12th, and the Commanders picked him up on December 13th. Now, if you remember the preseason game against the Ravens, he was the one that made the tackle on Alex Armah on, I want to say that was the 2-point conversion, and he made a huge tackle to stop Alex Armah. That was Caillou Blue Kelly, number 17, for the Baltimore Ravens. But just looking at his scouting report as well, his dad played in the NFL. He, the strengths are a starter in each of his 4 seasons at Stanford. Father Brian played defensive back in the NFL for 11 seasons. Possesses desired size and length as an outside corner. Adequate shadow response to press release. Technically sound footwork in his pedal and match. Above average leaper on jump balls. Size and length to constrict catch area. So I don't know much about Caillou Blue Kelly. I wanted to make a video about him earlier, but I've just been super busy. So if he does play on Sunday, we'll see if he gets any snaps at all. Special teams, playing against Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. The Rams have some darn good receivers, and they have a solid quarterback in Matthew Stafford, who could certainly dice you up. He had a good game against the Ravens. Should have thrown an interception at the end of the game. Marlon Humphrey dropped it, but he had some really, really nice throws. He had a really nice throw to Cooper Kupp to put them in field goal range to tie the game and go to overtime. So Matthew Stafford, we know he's a Super Bowl quarterback. I wanted Matthew Stafford when he was a free agent. I remember that time. Actually, no, he was not a free agent. He had to be traded for, and the Rams ended up trading for him. I think the Lions did Matt Stafford a favor because the Commanders, Martin Mayhew wanted to bring him in. They wanted to trade for him. Ron Rivera wanted to trade for Matthew Stafford. But the Lions did Matthew Stafford a favor, and they took the deal from the Rams instead of taking the deal that the Commanders and Ron Rivera had on the table, because they wanted to do right by Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford wanted to go to the Rams instead of going to Washington. So I remember that. I was for Matthew Stafford, man. I think if he would have came here, he would have helped out for sure. I think we would have at least made the playoffs. He would have been a better pickup than Ryan Fitzpatrick for sure. So let's go to the injury report here. That's the write-up on Caillou Blue Kelly. Here that he plays in the slot a little bit here and there. So kind of just reminds me of a Rashad Wildgoose type of signing, or a Tyree Casual Fields kind of signing, where they're 5th round, 6th round picks, guys who have been waived and released before the season started, didn't make the 53-man roster, and then Ron Rivera just picks these guys up. So this will probably be one of the last moves that Ron Rivera will make, him and Martin Mayhew. He was 2nd team All Pac-12 in 2021 and 2022 as well. Went to Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. 5th round pick, 157 pick. 22 years old as well. All right, so let's look at the injury report here. Brian Robinson's out. Curtis Hodges, I want to say he was put on injury reserve. He did not participate in practice. Brian Robinson, Jason Williams is out. Tyler Larson is limited. in practice. I think he's going to play. Sadiq Charles, I think, is going to play, coming back from the calf injury, so we'll see how that goes. Emmanuel Forbes was a full participant, so we'll see if he plays. Charles Leno was a full participant as well. On the Rams side, Rob Harvenstein, their tackle, did not participate. He might be out with a groin injury. Tutu Atwell was limited in practice. Outside linebacker Michael Holt. Yeah, Michael Holt is limited with a knee injury. Wide receiver Ben Skarnick limited. Tyler Higbee full participant. He's a guy that we got to watch out for. He could certainly hurt us for sure. The tight ends, we struggle against tight ends. We always struggle against tight ends, but Tyler Higbee is definitely a dangerous threat against the Commanders defense. Everybody is. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody can go for 90 yards and have a big play against the Commanders defense. It doesn't really matter who you are. Defensive back Quentin Leak, full participant as well. So that is the injury report. Biggest concern is just Brian Robinson being out. And Ron Rivera said he's looking forward to Chris Rodriguez playing, getting more snaps. He's looking forward to him. Of course, the whole Jabril Cox talk. We'll see. They say that every week that he's going to get a bunch of snaps. He's going to get a lot of playing time, and we barely see him. So it's about time they put him out there and let him play, especially with Jamin Davis being on the injured reserve. So hopefully he gets a lot of playing time and gets to play out there. So keys to development here. We'll get to, before we do that, shout out to Prize Picks. Make sure you guys sign up for prizes. First-time users, you get a first-time deposit match up to $100 using my promo code RealEdOliver. Let me give you guys my picks. Now, it is not legal in Maryland yet, guys. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me. I live in Maryland, too, so it is unfortunate, but it's not legal yet in Maryland. Hopefully, it comes to Maryland soon, but the two picks I have, so right now, take advantage of Kevin Durant. There's a discount for him, over a half a point right now on Prize Picks. For Christmas Day, you have to take advantage of this. Now, the only risk is that Kevin Durant, all the guys on the Suns, whether it's Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, sometimes they don't play. Now, Adam Silver, I think he's going to force Kevin Durant to play on Christmas, unless barring any injury, even if it's a minor injury that he has, I think he's going to play because Adam Silver is going to want those ratings. But take advantage of this. They call it like a free square or discount on Prize Picks. Kevin Durant over a half a point. Now, I'm going to pair it with Matthew Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns. They have something new. It's called like Goblins, and Demons. And you got to take advantage of this. So I would take Matt Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Tua smashed 1.5 passing touchdowns against the Commanders. Who else? Dak Prescott had like 3 passing touchdowns. Every team that we played, Geno Smith had over 1.5. Tommy DeVito had more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. He had 2 passing touchdowns against us. So you have to take the over on this. And that's my pair. That's my money pair right there. Now the payout is not going to be as much as it usually is because it has a green goblin on it, so it's less of a payout. Kind of like FanDuel with alt lines. That's what they're doing on Prize Picks now, where you can kind of like take the higher or lower line, like an alternate line. Like if you want to have like a lotto pick, you can take like some other picks, like Kyron Williams over 100 rushing yards, Cooper Kupp over 100 rushing yards. So those are my picks. I have Kyron Williams getting over a touchdown too. That's a green goblin, and those are some pretty easy picks right there. Those should certainly hit. Those are going to be the 2 shoe-ins, automatic plays, 1.5 passing touchdowns for Matthew Stafford. And then Kyron Williams is definitely going to get into the end zone. He's definitely going to rushing touchdown. He didn't get one last game, but he's going to get one. Also, shout out to OddsJam. Make sure you guys sign up for OddsJam's first-time users using my promo code @Oliver. Use the link down below in the description box. You get the free trial for OddsJam. You also get a 35% off for your first month using OddsJam as well. What is OddsJam? OddsJam, it shows you all the lines. It's basically odds shopping. So you look at Matthew Stafford, for example, 1.5 passing touchdowns. It shows you each book that you can get that line on. So it shows you each book. It makes it easier. So you don't have to go from book to book, app to app, FanDuel, Prize Picks, BetMGM, Underdog, all the apps, Bovada, PointsBet. So right now, it shows you the best line. So if you want to get the over on 1.5 passing touchdowns for Matthew Stafford, -210 right now is the best on PointsBet. Not a great payout, but you pair it with something else, like the Kevin Durant pick on Prize Picks, you win. And a win is a win. So looking at that on that, go on PointsBet, do the -210 or Fanatics -210 for over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Matthew Stafford. Then you look at Kyron Williams for him getting a touchdown. You look at right here, Pinnacle has the best odds at -170 for Kyron Williams getting a touchdown. Other books have him like -340 on DraftKings. That's terrible. That's a terrible payout. But on Pinnacle, it's -170 for Kyron Williams to get in the end zone. Same thing with Penny as well. So take advantage of that using OddsJam. They show you the best odds across all the books. All right, so let's get into the keys to development here. Like I said, OddsJam, you get a 35% off and a free trial, free 7-day trial using OddsJam, using my code EDDIoliver. Shout out to OddsJam. All right, Sam Howell, man, how he's gonna play? I want to see him use his legs. Of course, be smart, get the ball out quick. This could be somewhat of a get right game for him. Lamar Jackson, he cut up the Rams defense. They have a lot of blown coverage. You look at Isaiah Likely; he was wide open last week on the touchdown pass for Lamar to tie it up. Or to take the lead, hit a nice pass to Zay Flowers, and you can see like how the safety was playing it. Like there's some blown coverages there. They have some solid safeties like Jordan Fuller, John Johnson, but they give up big plays. They're third worst in the league for giving up big plays. They are similar to us. Now they had some good defensive weeks the last couple of weeks. Like they held the Browns to 19 points. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 37-14. They held the Seahawks to 16 points. But other than that, they've given up big plays and they've given up blown coverages just like us. So if Sam can, get enough time in the pocket, maneuver around, make something happen, make something shake, he can find guys downfield like Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, maybe De'Ami Brown here and there, Logan Thomas. It could be a bounce back game for Logan Thomas as well. So seeing down the field, getting rid of the ball quickly, making something happen, making smart decisions. No pick sixes. He's had 3 pick sixes in 3 games in a row. Not all of them are his fault, but no pick sixes. Get the ball out quick. And this is on Airbnb too. Screen game. Get the ball out quick. Quick hitters. Hitting the tight ends. Hitting Terry McLaurin. You have to get Terry McLaurin involved. Whether it's a screen pass, a quick hitch, drag, digs, it doesn't matter. Get Terry McLaurin the football. Get your best player on your offense the football. Especially with B-Rob not being there. Antonio Gibson's got to be used as a wide receiver as well. Their pass rush, of course, Aaron Donald's just a dog. So you're going to have to, double team him. Use a running back to block him as well. Just help out. With Aaron Donald, you just have to throw the kitchen sink at Aaron Donald, and he's still gonna get his, especially against our offensive line, our center and our guards. He's gonna get back there a few times. It is what it is, but Sam just has to be ready for that as well. Now, looking at the Rams' third down defense, they're 21st in third down defense, passing defense right now. They are 20th in the league right now too, so they do give up a good amount of passing yards, and their defense is solid, but they do give up yards. So that would be the biggest thing. I just want to see Sam develop and get better. Of course, there's the talks about drafting the quarterback, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams. But this is an audition for Sam Howell. This really is. Eric Bieniemy, of course, he's dropping him back a bunch. He's getting sacked. The offensive line is not helping him. But Sam has done a lot on his own to make something happen. But I want to see him continue that and be poised in the pocket for sure and not get rattled. I think Sam's done a good job of that, but you still have to look at quarterback. If we have a top 3, top 4 pick, you still have to consider quarterback. You have to do your due diligence and look at the quarterbacks that are there available. But I like Sam and I like what he's doing. Use his legs, read option. He had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. Let him use his legs. Eric Bieniemy, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 is going to be huge. No shotgun runs on 3rd and 4th and 1, please. And they cannot be scared. Scared money doesn't make any money. I know they're not going to win this game. But if it's 3rd and 1 or 4th, if it's 4th and 1 and we're on the Rams 45, just go for it. Be aggressive. Trust in Sam. And let's play a little bit of smash mouth football instead of throwing a backwards pass or doing a shotgun run on 4th and 1. Defensively, not really much to say, honestly. Get pressure on Matt Stafford. But we just don't have a lot of guys that can pass rush and manufacture pressure. Let's see how Jonathan Allen plays. Let's see how Daron Payne play after a bye week. Let's see how these guys play. Quan Martin, no big plays allowed to Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Easier said than done. They're going to give up big plays. We know how this defense is with Ron Vera. And we just give up big plays in general. But yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. And Kyron Williams is a dog, man. They're going to have to slow down and run. You cannot let him get going. Sean McVay, he said the best part of their offense is when they're at their best is when they get Kyron Williams the football. Kyron Williams had 114 yards on the ground against the Ravens, 88 yards on the ground against the Cleveland Browns, 143 yards on the ground against the Cardinals. So he's red hot. He's hot right now. And he is we have to slow him down. If he gets 100-something yards, then it's going to be a long day. Puka Nacua can hurt us. Tutu Atwell can hurt us. Cooper Kupp. They have a dynamic offense, man. They're playing good football right now. They're 3-1 in the last 4 games. Ever since they really got healthy, they've been playing really, really good football. So that's all I got for this one, guys. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long because it's just keys to development right now. It's really just focusing on Sam. Let's see what Terry does. Terry 3 targets, 0 yards last game. That's inexcusable, and that can't happen. It's really just Eric Bieniemy and Terry McLaurin and really just Eric Bieniemy and Sam Howell, the 2 guys that I'm really, really looking at. and seeing how they do as well. Curtis Samuel, I think he's gonna have a good game too. So, but all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. I think we lose 30 to 21 or 30 to 23 or something like that, or maybe even 30 to 15. I can see it around that range, 30 to 14, 30 to 17, something like that. I can see it around that range. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. And the Chargers, they fire their coach and GM. If we get blown out, the same thing should happen. Ron Rivera needs to be fired, and the Mayhew and Marty Hurney, they need to be fired. All right, you guys, hello, Commanders. Have a great weekend. Peace.